Hello tool groupies, today we're going to do a basic little review about something else that I picked up from Harbor Freight. This might be one of those things that it's worth buying as opposed to going out here and spending all kinds of money on a different name brand. We will find out. This is the 1/8 inch steel stamping set, 36 piece by Pittsburgh, model number 63676. It does have a lifetime warranty, so I assume if it gives you any problems, if it dulls out over time, all you gotta do is take the whole set back and get another one in its place. They do sell these in different sizes. I think they got 1/4 inch and 1 or 2 more sizes you can get, so you can, stamp big and small letters depending on what it is. I mean, it's one of those things, you will find uses for this, whether it's stamping your tools, stamping your keys, whatnots, things like that. That way, if someone was to steal your stuff and you have die stamped your name into the product, you can tell them right there on the spot that it is yours. Somebody steals it, you can file police reports, tell the pawn shops to look for it, all that good stuff in between. The only thing is, some of these different companies might call it an invalidation of the warranty process because you've done something to the metal. So you just gotta gamble with it and decide if you're gonna grind your name into it or you're gonna die stamp your name into it. This is a special high carbon steel stamp, and it will endure 9,000 markings each. So basically, you can strike each individual one 9,000 times, supposedly, before it dulls out. It includes letters A through Z, an and sign, and the numbers 0 through 8. All you gotta do is turn the 6 upside down for the 9. Of course, this is made in China from high carbon steel, and it comes with an organized protective case. Now, I do gotta say that I like the fact that it comes in this nice little case. I've seen the ones in wooden cases that are a little bit better quality and they've held up for years and years. I wanted this set because it's a little bit smaller lettering, the 1/8 steel. But it tells you right there on top of it, stamping set, and identifies the name brand, the size right here, and a sticker right there is all of your letters. I'll flip it around here as you can see. It's got A all the way through Z. It's got the and sign and all your numbers right here, so it's nice and organized. You'll just have to put them back in place when you get done using them. And these are quite small. They do come, as you can see right there, with oil on them to keep them from rusting. They do got the black oxide finish that should help with corrosion resistance. Now, the letters themselves don't appear to be entirely too thick, but now they should do essentially what you need them to do, which is going to be die stamping, letters, initials, names of stuff, whether it's your keys or your tools. It's got that little round striking cap here on top so you can keep it nice and even. Whenever you lay it on the surface, you can hold it on its square body and then tap it right there on the top. Enough talking, let's try them out and see what the results are. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to attempt to stamp some wrenches. As you can see, I got our little Harbor Freight set right here. We're going to see how good it goes. If it doesn't work out, then I do got an older set right here that I'm going to use. It is in this wooden box. It's nice and organized. I've used this punch set for a long time now. But in comparison, I'm going to show you the differences between these two sets. This one from Harbor Freight and this one here that I've had for a very long time now. What I've got here is my Craftsman set, the SAE set. I just now done a tool review on these, picked them up. Wasn't a very big cost, big review. You can check it out in the link in the description box below if you want to. As you can see, one of the things here that I have done for this particular set of tools is I've highlighted the indicators here. I have white on the inside, red on the inside here. And if you want to check out how to color code your own tools, go to the description box below. There's a video there called How to Color Code Your Own Tools. But on the back side here, there's no type of indicators anywhere on it, just so you see that. And I'm going to lay it right here on this vise, and I'm going to die stamp my initials. That way it kind of helps me if somebody walks off or they have the same set of tools as I do. They walk off, they're missing. I can easily identify mine from theirs because of the color coding and because of the die stamping. I'm going to take this set here from Harbor Freight. I'm going to hold it nice and firm. Take a ball peen hammer. Make sure it's nice and flat here. I'm going to hit it. Didn't leave a very deep indicator there, but we'll see how this works. You got the second one here for my second initial. Get it nice and straight beside the other one. Well, that one didn't take quite as good, so I'm going to attempt to place it over it a second time on this top edge here. 2 good taps that time. Okay, now we got my third initial right here. That one didn't move, so I tap it twice. And then I am the second. We'll tap it in there. That's some pretty decent force. Now we'll see what it looks like here. And as you can see right here, I have put some color coding on here that's got my initials, and it is LSD, the second. But now, if you look at it, you can vaguely see where it does have the little indicators right there of my initials, LSD, with the number 2. So I can easily identify that this is my wrench, which is great. Here's a better look at the color coding. It's got the red on the inside, the white. So this way, I can tell if it's my wrench by just looking at it, or I can flip it over and look and see if my initials are on the back side of it. Now, taking a die grinder, a Dremel, something like that would probably be even better because it'll get into the metal and you can lightly do it that way. But we're going to try out the old set of die stamps that I got and see how they work in comparison to this one. And as you can see right here, there is nothing on this one. It's a 13/16. It's best if you can make this as level as possible. So we'll bring it up here to the top. Now let's see the difference in this. Now with this one, I am more pleased. Now the first one, the strike, I didn't have it quite level, so the L was a little bit offset. But as you can see, I mean, you can look right at it and tell in comparison to the other one. The one on the left is the one from Harbor Freight. The one on the right is the one that I've had for a very long time now, which is a better quality steel. So you can tell that there is a big difference. The type of steel that those little punches are made out of are just not that great. Now we're going to put these side by side. The one on the left is the Pittsburgh. The one on the right is the old set. And you can tell just from the first few strikes that I hit with it that it's already flattening it out. And I don't really like that. I like the way that the other one has the better shaving on top, like the pyramid style. It's not quite as rounded as the Harbor Freight version, which might allow it to get a little bit better balance whenever you're trying to stamp something. But yes, you can tell that it did round the outer edge off a little bit in comparison to this older one that was made in the USA. Now here is an example of that old set and me die stamping a key. As you could tell, you know, I put Boss Office and my initials right there, no problem. Done keys perfectly fine. Now let's try the Harbor Freight. We will use this key right here. It doesn't have anything on the outsides of it. Now with this one, I'm going to just die stamp 2 basics, C and a V for cargo van, and we'll see how that works out with the keys. B. It did at least die stamp the keys, thankfully. So, you know, my determination, we'll give it one more shot with one more wrench over here, just to kind of see if I didn't hit it good enough. We'll hit it twice as much just to kind of see what happens here. And once again, you cannot hardly make it out. Whereas in comparison to the older set here, you can make it out. As far as this goes, I would recommend using them on keys or softer metal. If you have softer wrenches and you would like a light die stamping, you know, depending on the type of tools that you got, maybe this will work for you. But now, as far as these Craftsman tools right here, okay, this should have at least stamped it a little bit better, considering that the other set of stamps I've got done a phenomenal job. I mean, and they're older, and I'm sure they've had a lot more than 9,000 strikes a piece on them, as much stuff as I've stamped over a long period of time. I mean, them things are every bit 30 years old, and they work great. And these, brand new from Harbor Freight, they're just not doing that great of a job. So my recommendation is, depending on what you're using these for, if these are something you absolutely depend on, just skip over them. Get a better quality set. You know, if it's something you're going to use for around the house, odds and ends, keys, you know, softer metals and cheaper tools and things like that, then it might hold up for certain things. You know, as far as the harder metals go, absolutely not. Don't waste your time. They ain't worth getting. Definitely invest in a better set. And then voila, right there you go. And identify that it's yours, no problem. Either way, if you like tool reviews, do-it-yourself, how-to videos, and much more, make sure to pop the clutch on that subscribe button. Go over to Instagram, hit that follow button. You'll see all kinds of different stuff on this page, from tool reviews, industrial repairs, boat repairs, automotive repairs, and much more, because I do just a little bit of everything. Especially right now that this COVID-19 pandemic's going on, I'm getting hired to do all kinds of stuff. Staying very busy. You will see these tools in action. You will get honest feedback and opinions. I'll ask in return is comment down below. Let me know what you think about these Pittsburgh stamps here. If you like them, if you hate them, which ones work best for you. In my opinion, they ain't going to be no good for doing any kind of serious repairs. But hey, you can't win them all. And for the price, oh well, they're throwaway tools, no big deal. We tried them out. We seen if they would work or not. They didn't. It's just one of those things, you live, you learn. At least now it's out here. But until next time, as always, go out here, buy yourself some tools, and commence to making repairs great again.